Now we discussed about the when plane polarized light is passing through the quartz crystal, what happens? Calcite crystal, what happens? In these two cases, plane polarized light again divided into ordinary component and extraordinary component. Now one more concept we will discuss, that when plane polarized light which is passing through some of the crystals, like quartz crystal and a sugar solution or maybe sugar crystal, the plane of vibration of the polarized light rotates. This phenomena is called optical activity. What is this importance? Here one word we discussed, that is a sugar solution. When a plane polarized light is passing through sugar solution is nothing but, for example, sugarcane juice in sugar factory. When this plane polarized light is passing through sugarcane juice, the plane vibration or plane of vibration of the optically polarized light is rotates. So this is depending on the concentration of the sugar solution. So we know we have a number of farmer family students. Some of the students are crops are sugarcane. We know when sugarcane sent into the sugar factory, all the farmers does not contain same cost. Some of the farmers cost 1 ton of sugarcane maybe 1100 rupees. And some of the farmers can have 1 ton of sugarcane having 1200 rupees. What is the difference between these two? Because some of the sugarcane may give more sugar product and some of the sugarcane may give less sugar product. Depending that sugar product, the company holder will give the amount to the farmer. How can he decide that sugarcane will give more product or less product? For that, he will use this principle, that is optical activity. When this plane polarized light is passing through the sugarcane juice, that rotation of the plane polarized light is depending on the concentration of the sugar solution. We know if the concentration increases, the product of the sugar also increases. Depending on the angle of rotation of the plane polarized light, the rate decided by the industrialist to the farmer. Now, what is this optical activity? How can we observe this? So, what is the principle behind this? We will discuss now. So, in some of the crystals I told you, for example, quartz crystal. For example, this is the quartz crystal. Maybe always there is the optic axis. This is the optic axis. So this is a plane polarized light is incident along the quartz crystal. Plane polarized light is nothing but whose vibrations may be arrows or maybe dots also. Now this is the plane polarized light, whose vibrations are perpendicular to the wave propagation, normal to the wave propagation. When this wave is passing through the quartz crystal, up to here there is no change its direction, because the vibrations of plane polarized light confined to the one plane only. When it is entering into the quartz crystal, the plane of vibration will move some angle. So what is happening here? The plane of vibration of polarized light some rotates. This phenomena is called optical activity. This property is called optical activity. How can we get this result? How can we see? We know by using Nicol prisms. The Nicol prism can be used as producer of the plane polarized light and also analyzer of the plane polarized light. Now here we will assume two Nicol prisms though both of them are in crossed position. Crossed position is nothing but whose optical axes are perpendicular to each other. This is Nicol prism N1. This is Nicol prism N2. So when the ordinary light is passing through the Nicol prism N1, we know the emerging light from the Nicol prism is plane polarized light. So what about intensity at the outer edge of the Nicol prism N2, where the intensity is 0, field of view is dark, because both the optic axes are perpendicular to each other, because both two lenses are in cross position. Already we discussed. Those two optic axes are perpendicular to each other, so in cross position. So the emerging light from the Nicol prism N2 is 0. The intensity is 0. Now what happens? In the middle of the Nicol prism N1 and N2, we place a quartz crystal. We placed a quartz crystal. Then what happens? Maybe not only quartz crystal, maybe sugar crystal can be placed, or maybe sugar cane juice may be placed. Then the intensity is not 0. Some intensity increases when we are observing from the outer edge of the Nicol prism N2. This is what is happening here. We don't change the intensity of light, or maybe ordinary light. The same light is passing through the Nicol prism N1 and N2. The positions on N1 and N2 does not change. Both the optic axes are perpendicular to each other. But when the quartz plate or maybe quartz crystal is placed in between N1 and N2, the outer image intensity increases. When we rotate this Nicol prism N2 by some angle in any direction, by rotating this Nicol prism N2 in one direction, any direction, again after some angle, the again intensity goes to 0. This is what is happening here. Again, the plane of vibration of the plane polarized light is perpendicular to the plane of optical axis. So what, by using this experiment, what when we say, when the light ray, plane polarized light is passing through the tourmaline crystal, the plane of vibration rotates. The plane of rotation rotates. This property is called optical activity. Of course, this phenomena is called optical rotation. Optical rotation. So, how much angle it will rotates? How much angle it will rotates? So, the angle rotated by the plane of vibration of polarized light is called angle of rotation. Angle of rotation. So, how much angle it will rotate when it is passing through the quartz crystal or maybe sugar crystal or maybe sugar solution. That is called angle of rotation. So, by using this experiment, one of the scientists, that is Bayet, discussed some of the factors observed. The first observation is there is two types of materials who place optical activity. There is two types of materials we have who place optical activity property. Those are, first one is called dextra rotatory substances. Dextra rotatory substances, and the second substances are called levo rotatory substances. So there is two types of substances we have. What are dextra rotatory substances and what are levo rotatory substances? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. When a plane polarized light which is passing through the quartz crystal or maybe some of the crystal, the plane of vibration rotates towards the clockwise direction. What I told you is according to the definition of the optical activity, the plane of vibration of polarized light rotates. In which direction we don't know. If the plane of vibration of polarized light rotates toward the clockwise direction, such substances are called dextra-rotatory substances or right-handed substances. Towards the right hand it will rotate. The plane of vibration rotates towards right hand, so that it is called right-handed rotatory substances or dextra-rotatory substances. But some of the crystals or maybe some of the substances whose plane of vibration of the polarized light rotates towards the anti-clockwise direction. Towards the anti-clockwise direction. Such substances are called levorotatory substances, are also called left-handed rotated substances. So there are two types of substances we have observed by using the Biot. And the second one, the second property is the angle of rotation is depending on the thickness of the crystal traversal. For example, if thickness is more, the angle of rotation is also more. If the thickness of the crystal is very less, the angle of rotation is also very less. So that the theta is proportional to L. Theta is proportional to L. So the angle of rotation is directly proportional to thickness of the crystal used. Or the third one. In all cases, not only solid substances, maybe in some of the cases, liquid substances also there. For example, sugar solution, already I told you. In case of sugar solution, the angle of rotation is depending on the concentration of the liquid or concentration of the solution. If concentration increases, the angle of rotation also increases. And fourth point is also there. There is not only a single crystal. We may pass this plane polarized light through the number of crystal materials. For example, this is quad crystal, that is one, this is second crystal, this is third crystal, this is fourth crystal. In the first crystal, there is some angle of rotation theta 1. In the second crystal, there is one more angle theta 2. In the third crystal, one more angle theta 3. In the fourth crystal, there is one more angle theta 4. Then the total rotation, that is angle of rotation theta, is equal to sum of all these angles. These observations are observed by Biot in the optical rotation experiments. Okay, now? Right.